And let's continue. So with this one, we have Michael and Brandon. So Michael is 4 times as old as Brandon and is also 27 years older than Brandon. So we've got two ages. We're looking for the age of Michael, but we should also define a variable for the age of Brandon so that we can set up a system here. So let's say that M is Michael's current age. I'll just write Michael's age, but you can assume that it's the current one. And B can be Brandon's age. And again, it's the current age. So let's just start with this first piece of information. Michael is 4 times as old as Brandon. So here we can say that M for Michael is our equal sign, 4 times as old as Brandon. So 4, and then we have multiplication because of times, and then that's Brandon's current age. So that's one equation. Now it also says and is also 27 years older than Brandon. So you could think of kind of ignoring this middle part here and just say Michael is also 27 years older than Brandon. So they kind of gave us like 2 sentences in one here, or 2 different clauses. So we can say Michael is, so that's M equals 27 years older than Brandon. So that's Brandon's current age plus 27 years. Now we've got these 2 equations. Notice they're both set equal to M, and M's the variable we want to find, but it's okay if we find B first and then plug it in to find M. So since they're both equal to M, let's just set them equal to each other. So M is 4B, but M is also B plus 27. So it's true that 4 times B would equal B plus 27. I just set both the right-hand sides equal to each other because, like I said, they're both equal to M. Now let's subtract B on each side. So they get that 3B, that is a B, not a D. 3B is equal to 27. And then dividing everything by 3, 27 divided by 3 is 9. So Brandon's current age is 9. And so Michael is 4 times as old as Brandon, or 27 years older than Brandon. So 9 times 4 would be 36. So we think Michael is 36 and Brandon is 9. But again, Michael has to also be 27 years older than Brandon. But notice, if you add 9 plus 27, you do get 36. So these ages do match up with both pieces of information. So how old is Michael? Michael is 36 years old. And let's do one more of these. And in this one, we have Ben and Aishan. I might be pronouncing that incorrectly. So we need to know how old Aishan is. But again, we're dealing with 2 different people and 2 different ages. So we can define it, let's say I as Aishan's, we'll say current age. And then we can say that B is Ben's current age. And from here, we'll go to our information. And that first sentence is just that Ben is 12 years older than Aishan. So let's write that down, because we can just say B, I'll write it up here, is equals 12 years older than Aishan. So Aishan's current age plus 12 years. And then the next sentence, Ben and Aishan first met 2 years ago. That might be irrelevant extra information. We'll come back to that, but it doesn't seem like that's going to help us. And then 3 years ago, so let me change colors. 3 years ago, Ben was 4 times as old as Aishan. So that's information we can use. But again, we're talking about 3 years ago. So it's their current age minus 3. So we have that Ben was, so that's our equal sign, the verb to be. So Ben, and we're talking about 3 years ago, so his current age minus 3 was 4 times as old as Aishan. So 4 times Aishan's age 3 years ago. So we have to put I minus 3 here, because again, we're talking about their current ages minus 3 years. And we've got 2 equations and 2 unknowns, and this one's already solved for B, so let's just substitute. So anywhere you see a B, let's replace it with this I plus 12. So moving down here, we have that I plus 12, that's B, minus 3, is 4 times I minus 3. But let's just go ahead and distribute. So we have that 4i minus 12 there. And simplifying this left-hand side, 12 minus 3 is 9. So you get I plus 9 is 4i minus 12. And let's do some simplification for this equation. Let's subtract I on each side. But let's also move all the numbers to the other side. So let's add 12 on each side. So 9 plus 12, that's going to be 21. 4i minus I, that's going to be 3i. And dividing everything by 3, we find that Aishan's current age is 7. And let's see if we can make sense of everything. So Ben is 12 years older than Aishan. So I plus 12, Ben should be 19 years old. Now, this second piece of information, 3 years ago, so 3 years ago, if these are the current ages, then Aishan would be 4 years old and Ben would be 16. And it's saying that Ben was 4 times as old as Aishan. But you can see that's true, because 4 times Aishan's current age of 4 would be 16 years old. So we checked it, and it made sense with the given information, so we can feel confident that Aishan's current age is 7 here.